Reading, and this is lesson 13. If you remember, in the last part of this story, the king has asked Cole for the magical seal, and because he says this will heal the land of Darius because they need magic so that everything will grow. So he gives it to the king. "Thank you," the king said, smiling. Cole nodded. "I knew it was special." He's talking about the artifact, the seal of Furlin. King Enk turned the seal of Furlin around his fingers, and the jewels flashed. "I can offer you something as a reward," he said, tucking the seal back inside his waistcoat and out of sight. "I have seen something unique in you." This word unique means one of a kind, very special. So the king is saying that when he looks at Cole, he sees something special. "I believe that you could be a great magician one day." "Really?" Warmth grew throughout Cole's body, and he suddenly felt taller, stronger, and brighter. It had nothing to do with the delicious food or the sunlight raining down on the courtyard. The king thought that he was special. Visions danced in his head of him flying through the air casting spells, while Liam and Mara looked on enviously. When you are envious, you want to do something, and Liam and Mara are Cole's siblings. So he's imagining himself being a magician and his siblings looking on like they want to do it, enviously. "Could I really learn to do magic like you?" "You could," said the king, and he raised a hand high into the air and snapped his fingers. Out of the shadows, one of the archers lining the courtyard, stepped the tall white wolf who had delivered Cole to the palace. With a small bow to King Enk, she plucked a singular fruit free from the nearest branch with her razor-like claws. "I have been looking for a new apprentice." An apprentice is someone that you teach to do your job. There are apprentice hairdressers, apprentice teachers, apprentice mechanics, and magicians. If they meet someone who is young, who they think is special, they will make them their apprentice and teach them. So I've been looking for a new apprentice, someone just like you, said the king as the wolf stood between them, holding the teoquat fruit on a small platter. There is one condition, however." "What condition?" said Cole, gazing at the fruit. "I don't mind hard work, and I promise to do my homework. I'll learn whatever spells you want." "You're a good boy, Cole," said the king, with a delicate hand. He took the strange fruit off the platter and held it softly, as though it were made of crystal. I have already explained that to use that particular kind of magic, you must first eat the fruit of the teoquat tree. I have consumed the fruit's magic for many years, and I am now its master." Cole stared at the fruit. It did not look like it would taste unpleasant. Why, then, was the king looking so serious all of a sudden? "It would be quite an event, I assure you," King Enk continued. "But you see, this is a magical fruit. It is tied to this world, and its magic can therefore only ever be used in Darius. The teoquat will reveal your true nature as well as your magical potential. Once you take this magic, you must stay in Darius forever." Cole swallowed. "Forever? But forever, forever?" So at this point in the story, Cole's got a very difficult choice to make about whether he can be magical and he can impress people, or whether he is going to refuse and be able to return home. So let's take a look then at the few questions that we'd like to answer. So the first one is, find and copy a word which is closest in meaning to jealously. One of the words in this extract means jealously, so press pause and then unpause when you think you know the answer. Okay, so the word jealously, the closest meaning is enviously. If you are jealous, you want what somebody else has, and the same is envious. And to make them both into an adverb, jealous becomes jealously and envious becomes enviously. So it means that you want something. This question, you have to find and copy a word which is closest in meaning to eaten. So press pause and look for that word. Okay, so the word which is closest in meaning to eaten is consumed. If you consume something, it's another word for eat. So it's a synonym for eat or drink as well. Last question. Why does Cole swallow at this point in the story? So, press pause and read the extract and then write a sentence explaining why he swallowed. Okay, I'm going to read the extract now. It will be quite an event, I assure you, Enke continued. But you see, this is a magical fruit. It is tied to this world and its magic can therefore only ever be used in Darius. The Teoquat will reveal your true nature as well as your magical potential. Once you take this magic, you must stay in Darius forever. Cole swallowed. Forever? But that's, forever, forever? So here, Cole swallowed to show his emotion, because the king is saying that he would have to stay there forever. This shows that Cole is shocked, and that's a shocking fact, and that's why he swallows. So that's the end of the guided reading lesson for today. Thank you for taking part, and I will see you again for our next lesson, which is lesson